fucked. It's gone.
Oh, no.
Yeah, I know.
Such is life.
Oh, man. Are you excited?
Excited for?
It's Christmas this week.
It is Christmas this week. Absolutely.
I know.
When this episode comes out, which is being pushed to Tuesday.
Yes.
Is that when we're doing this now?
Yes. It is now currently Christmas Eve.
It is Christmas Eve.
Make sure you get those carrots and cookies and full cream milk out for Santa.
Yeah, or what we used to do is we used to put out what?
Say it.
VB?
Oh, fuck. I hate that.
Like, I don't think Dad ever drank VB. I don't think anybody in my family ever drank VB, but
Who
we
would?
put out... Yeah, it's... but we used to put out a VB for him. And, so what did you used to do?
Milk and cookies, bro.
Oh, just milk and cookies?
Yeah.
See, Santa was always drunk.
Yeah.
Stumbling to put the presents under our tree.
Yeah.
But thankfully he did. So now it's our turn to have gifts for you.
We are Santa. And unfortunately, if you're listening to this, the competition is closed if you missed out.
Yeah.
Those winners will be announced later in the week.
Absolutely.
Not going to tell you when. Might be a surprise.
Ooh.
You never know. But anyway, should we? Yeah,
let's do it.
May as well. We've been running around this court for a full NBA game because it's time for 2C3 Pod Mountain Peaks in New Hampshire. Whoa, Dad, you're flying. It's okay. I'm used to it. I lived through the 60s. I'm just going to say, all of the quotes this week are from Christmas movies.
That's not Jingle All the Way, is it?
No.
Because I know he does fly at the end of that movie.
No.
But, say it again, the last bit.
It's okay. I'm used to it. I lived through the 60s.
Lived through the 60s. Oh, I have a feeling I've watched this one recently.
You would have, surely. If you're in the festive spirit, you've always got to watch The Santa Claus, 1994.
Yes. Man, see, we'll get to this later on, but the Santa Claus... all right, we'll get to that later on.
Yes,
because
I know. I was like, wait, no, cool. All right, just all I'm going to say is Podbean, Spotify, Apple Podcasts, and YouTube. Big Summer Blowout. Make sure you hit that subscribe button to get notifications.
Yeah.
Hintity hint.
Hintity hint. Yes, but speaking of notifications, did you see the notification that Jackass 4 is in production?
Yes, kicking straight into news this week. Jackass 4 has officially been announced by Paramount, and I don't know how to feel about this one.
My instant thought is, like, they've been through enough, these blokes. They've done it. They were the pioneers of practical jokes in that sense and, like, hurting themselves for entertainment, and they've done these movies and TV shows for, like, the last... however many years, last 20 or so years.
I was going to say, the first Jackass came out in 2002.
Yeah.
The TV series ran from late 90s into the early 2000s.
That's right.
20 years.
Yeah.
20 years. Well, by the time that movie comes out, it's scheduled to be released in 2021.
Okay.
So it's going to be 20 plus years. So these will be old men.
I was going to say, they're all going to be old men. They've all done this 100 times before. Bam Margera now looks like he's old man, officially. Johnny Knoxville's last film, Action Point, which I don't think anybody has seen.
Was that with Schwarzenegger?
No, that was The Last Stand?
Yes, that's the one.
No, this is Action Point. This nobody's seen it, but my best description will be a film where he's trying to revive an old theme park. Something like that. It was only like last year or the year before.
Oh, yeah, right. I remember that.
But during a stunt in that film, because that film's not full of actual Jackass style stunts. Like it's played up.
Yeah.
But like his fucking eyeball popped out of his head because of like former injuries. Something happened and his eyeball went bloop.
Oh, in real life.
Yeah. Like on set. Like
Were they filming? Oh my god!
It may have been on camera, whether it was rehearsal or not.
I
don't know.
I can just imagine him going, "Yeah, I'll take a full cream milk." And then the eyeball pops out like it's just one of those things that happens.
No,
and he's like, oh, sorry.
He's had that many injuries that like that sort of thing happened.
Fucked.
Like
there's a reason they had to stop making the TV show back in the day because the insurance companies wouldn't cover it.
Yeah,
because he was getting into the movies. It was only for Johnny. The other ones they didn't give a shit about. We'll cover that because it's fucking Wee Man, you know.
Yeah,
but like Johnny Knoxville, who was becoming a name, he was in The Ringer and becoming bigger and bigger and stuff like that.
The Ringer.
Yeah, I know.
That movie would not fly.
You try and make that movie in 2019. I dare you.
Yeah,
no, but no, there's a reason these things, and that's just evident. Oh man, okay. I'm going to pay to see it.
Oh, no, I will be going to see it because
I'm going to pay to see
I've always enjoyed the Jackass movies and the TV shows.
So have I. And it's now, I think since Jackass 3 would have been 2012 or 13. Oh, no, 11 maybe?
Could be earlier than that,
sure.
yeah.
Yeah, that's right. So I'm curious to see how it's going to be with the new generation and how it's received and whether they are just why are these old guys tearing themselves apart?
Well, the thing is, because the people who grew up on Jackass was like our generation, maybe a bit older than us, essentially.
Yeah.
But because they pioneered that kind of genre of pranking and things like that, which has spread wildfire across the internet now. There's been Dirty Sanchez. There's been the what's the brothers, the Swedish brothers? What were they called?
The Dudesons.
The Dudesons.
I love the Dudesons.
But not only that, but like 90% of like Facebook pranksters copy the kind of style that Jackass implemented back in the day. So for them to come back for another movie, I think it'll be a hit. But it'll also be weird because they are like old dudes. Like, stop. Like, let the young people hurt themselves now. Please, for the love of God, don't hurt yourself too badly.
That's exactly right. But with that being said about the internet and things of that nature, it's just too easy to do this now.
Yeah.
Is this going to be something that is actually appealing?
Well, the thing is,
like, there's been so many copycats and stuff.
Yeah.
There was some guys in Victoria who were doing it, like something about Poseidon or something, and they were big for like a year and super glued hands together and stupid shit like that. And it's like
big for a year. Key point that like it comes and goes.
No, that's what I mean. And when was the last time you saw something that was somewhat viral about this kind of acting?
Every
like
time
nature,
I see it, because it's not Jackass or the Dudesons or one of those people who have actually made like a living and a name for themselves from it, I kind of go, they're just trying to be. I mean,
that's right.
We're trying to be podcasters, but still,
we are. Damn it!
It's that sort of thing, and you know, what was I going with that?
I don't know, but
anyway,
either way, I'll see it, but I'm very uncomfortable.
Yeah, exactly, because we're sitting there going like you're going to hurt yourself. Please stop. No, that's what I was going to say.
Okay.
Every time I see Steve-O pop up in social media, like every now and then, like he goes through these stages where like he's super clean, super healthy, doing a lot of good. Like he was protesting SeaWorld and he adopted a dog that was Australian.
Yeah.
He was clean and healthy, and you think, fuck, this guy's turning himself around.
Yeah.
And but then these movies come up and you think, like, come on, man, like you just got out of that rut.
Well, see, that's the thing. I'm curious. Is he going to like give his all for this? Because he's
hope
been
not.
sober for years.
I hope not.
Because he was fucked up when he made all of these and shit. Like just simple things like putting the fish hook through his mouth and stuff. He's fucked on drugs. That's fair enough. Oh, you crazy bastard. But now he's clean and sober. Is he going to be like, I'm going to throw myself through... I'm going to throw myself through this... Oh, God.
Yeah.
I don't want to do it.
Yeah, that's right. There was a TV show of his where, like, years ago on, like, MTV or Fox, one of those sort of TV shows, after, like, Jackass...
Wild Boys?
No, it wasn't Wild Boys.
Wild Boys with Chris Pontius is amazing.
Yeah,
that's a fun show.
That's a great show.
And they're not overly over-the-top dickheads, and you actually learn things. It's fun.
But this was a show where Steve-O was essentially the host, and he had three just regular pleb people come on the show and, like, do certain pranks that he told them to do.
Oh, God.
And this was, like, well into his years of being sober, and there was a particular moment where he made them, like, cut their own tongues with a piece of, like, a broken light bulb.
Oh.
And, like, so I think, like, if he was to return, he'd be the kind of guy who'd be like, fuck, all right. But I just hope that there is some kind of restraint that, like, he does, like, the poo jokes, and he can do some juggling, but, like, please, for the love of God, I mean, they may have the idea of going big and massive.
Yeah, but they're old.
That's the thing. I'd rather not see them do this. I'd rather see them... I don't know, like instructing like a younger group to come through and be like, this is what we fucking did. See if you can keep up.
Yeah, exactly.
That'd be all right.
Jackass 4, the new generation.
Something shit like that. Yeah.
Yeah, why not? Either way, I'm only excited to see Party Boy.
Oh, yeah.
Chris Pontius just dun, dun, dun. Yeah.
Rip the pants off.
Exactly. Yeah. That's it. But either way, I'm sure it'll be well done.
Yeah, well done by that point. Did you ever play the Jackass PlayStation 2 game?
No.
Did you know it existed?
You're not
surprised that it exists.
Yeah, no, I'm not surprised.
I remember buying it years and years and years ago.
You paid money for it.
Yeah, well, I paid like $3. It was in like a bargain bin thing when PlayStation 2 was being phased out. I think, I've never played that before. That'd be cool to... This was before Xbox 360, or at least I had one. It's rubbish.
Yeah. But that doesn't surprise me. But hey, we might get a Jackass 4 video game and you get to replace a hip.
Yeah, in everything in full HD this time.
Either way, good luck to them, and hopefully another one doesn't die.
Yes, hopefully.
Yes. And I'm sure the insurance
via
premiums,
heart attack.
I'm sure the insurance premiums are through the roof at the moment. So, But speaking of through the roof, Dr. Sleep.
Yeah.
We haven't talked about Dr. Sleep in a while because it came and went and disappeared, and everyone was okay with that.
Yeah, which is
disappointing.
Disappointing, but I won't go into that as to why. But what you've put in the notes is quite interesting. It has me very intrigued.
Exactly, you especially. But Dr. Sleep's, there will be a director cut when it's released onto digital Blu-ray and that will turn Mike Flanagan's film into a 3-hour long film. Now, it's already a long film running at, like, I think it was 2 hours and 15 or 2 hours and 20.
Yep.
But there's like an extra 40 minutes of footage.
Yeah.
Holy crow.
Holy crow.
Exactly.
Obviously, like, neither of us have read the book, so the book could be stretched over however long. Like, I was at a bookshop the other day doing some Christmas shopping, and I saw It, Stephen King's It.
Yes.
Like, that's like a few thousand pages.
Oh, that's a big one.
That's a thick book.
That's a thick one.
So, whether Dr. Sleep or, like,
that's
The
Nicki
Shining.
Minaj level book.
Right, absolutely. That's a whopper. Yeah. I like it when directors are able to make an amazing
Release the Snyder Cut
2-hour film and have it cohesive.
Yes,
unlike Justice League.
Yes, that's right.
But this film, like for Mike Flanagan, who's my current favorite like horror writer at the moment, amongst a few others. To put out something like this and have Warner Brothers to be like, yeah, you've got all this footage, just do it.
Yeah.
I think that's great on Warner Brothers' part. They're killing it at the moment, which we've talked about over the recent
Why
podcasts.
wouldn't they take that risk?
Yeah, absolutely.
Why not?
And not only that, but like fair enough, like the film may have sort of bombed at the box office in terms of like, you know, box office results essentially, but the film is good. Yeah. So if there's more to offer on the Blu-ray release, that may boost it back up to get the money that it was initially wanting. And I will buy it because I love special features and I love director's cuts and I love the director's intended movie, not the theatrical release. You know,
that's right, exactly. No, that and this one in particular definitely would tickle your pickle because
absolutely.
Oh man, it's Mike Flanagan with all that extra content, all of the stuff that he intended to make it to the big screen, but. You understand why it got cut from 3 hours to 2 hours and 15. That makes sense. But the finished product in the theaters was good.
Yeah, it was great.
It's just disappointing that it was disappointing.
Yeah.
Results-wise. It's a good film, though.
What was it going up against that weekend? I can't remember.
Oh, it was only a week or two after Joker, man.
That's right. So people were still seeing Joker. Yeah.
I swear to God, it was only like yesterday that Joker stopped screening. Like, holy crow. Like, seriously, because, oh man, we'll get to our reviews later, but Black Christmas got released, and within 7 days, 1 session a day.
Yeah.
And there's a good fucking reason for it.
Okay, well, that's also going up against a big hitter as well, which we'll also get to later on in the
Yes, but it had a full week to garner its worldwide... I'll wait until DTC...
Pull the brakes.
That's right, but there was 2 other small notes that I skipped over quickly. The Simpsons turned 30 last week. Happy birthday,
Happy birthday, The Simpsons, yeah.
Well done, Matt Groening.
I've always said Groening, but I suppose it's one of those names... one of those names which you can say however you feel that you've... Yes. That you think you know it.
Yes.
You know?
So, Matthew Geraldine.
Yes.
Well done. Congratulations. That's just cool. 30 years, man. 1989. That's insane that it's already been 30 years. Right. It's older than us.
Do you remember,
by far.
Futurama was set around the year 2000 and the event that occurred then.
That's right. Well, I'm sure Futurama was like, it premiered in like 98, 99.
Yeah.
Something like that.
So, over 20 years ago now. No, we're getting to it. So, yeah, it's amazing. Have you seen Disenchantment?
Yeah, 99 Futurama.
99,
so Futurama's 20 years old this year.
Yeah.
Congratulations.
Yeah,
Jesus Christ.
Dude kills it. But
is Futurama still going?
No, it stopped a long time ago.
Yeah,
people wanted to continue, but my apologies.
Unprofessional.
Put your phone away at work.
Yeah.
But yeah, have you watched Disenchantment? He's Matt Groening, growling.
Is that on Netflix?
Yeah.
No, I haven't. But as soon as I saw it, I went, oh, that animation style looks familiar.
Oh, yeah, absolutely. Yeah. It's okay.
Yeah.
It's nowhere near as polished.
I don't understand why he's doing it if they're still doing The Simpsons. You know, he canceled Futurama because, hey... Well done, we're done.
Well, you know what I mean?
Simpsons
may be to a point where he doesn't do anything anymore. He just consistently goes. So maybe this was his own... Because there's a distinguishable difference between the two.
Yeah.
Disenchantment obviously doesn't have that ratings cap where they can say things that The Simpsons can't get away with.
Timing caps as well. They don't have to fit in the 21 minutes. You know,
there's
no advertisements. But
Disenchantment certainly isn't a family-friendly... obviously a relatable show like The Simpsons.
Of course.
And when you're watching it, you can definitely tell there's a few moments throughout the production that they've skipped in terms of like sound editing as well.
Yeah.
Like there'll be people walking, but there's no like footprints.
Well,
but people are talking and you can hear the voices. So
yeah,
nowhere near as high budget,
no,
so to speak.
No, it doesn't have the backing of the big network TV show that's
right.
broadcast internationally. I know Netflix is a big deal, but still.
Yeah.
But either way, let's be honest. If your name's at the end of the opening credits to a TV show that says created by, and it's been running for 30 years, you can do whatever the fuck you want.
Can do
so
whatever you
congrats,
want.
man. Like, well done.
Yeah, good work.
Yeah. And the second little quick note I had just there was Rick and Morty.
Yes, I'm glad you put that in there.
Bam.
Yep.
2 days ago, Sunday. Premiered on Australian TV, Netflix.
Yep.
Australian Netflix. I think it's been in America for a while with Adult Swim. So.
There was a particular thing where it was originally going to be released along with Adult Swim and Netflix, like the previous seasons were, but some British network bought it first, so therefore they got it first. Something like that. I can't quite remember, but so it's season 4. There's only 5 episodes.
Yes,
I've watched them all today.
Oh, did you really?
Yep.
Oh, so
took me about an hour and a half.
So that's why your notes weren't ready.
That's right. Yeah,
busy, right?
Busy watching.
Busy.
Yeah, busy. So it is good.
Yeah,
it is your typical Rick and Morty.
Honestly, I don't even want you to review it. I haven't had a chance to watch it yet, and I'm going to sit down and bust them all out.
It won't take you long.
No, exactly. Of course.
I will say there is one thing that I did put in the notes that I think it was the 3rd episode. No, don't be scared. Sam Neill is a voice actor.
Sam fucking Neill?
Yes.
Is there dinosaurs in that episode?
No.
Okay, all right.
Or chickens.
Yeah. Oh, nice. Yeah. Oh, that's fucking awesome.
Yeah. No, so is
he a feature player for that episode?
Yeah.
Yeah. Awesome.
Yeah. No, it is a good season. It's just it's a pity that it's cut short because it doesn't really have any kind of season 3 was very progressive in the way that there was a start and end.
You saying it was cut short? I don't think it was cut short. Dan Harmon has said he'll release how much he wants when he wants.
Like what I mean is, it doesn't.
He had these 5 episodes. There's season 4. All right,
That's exactly what I'm getting at. Like when I mean cut short, it's like at the end of season 3 there was a conclusion.
Yeah.
End of season 4, it's just the end of an episode.
Yeah, exactly.
There's no end of season 4 finale. Like it's just the 5th episode.
See,
so whether any more is coming in honestly soon.
Yeah, that's right. I reckon they might just throw another 5 episodes out in a couple of months.
I hope so.
Yeah.
I surely hope so. Yeah.
Or maybe don't make your fans wait 2 fucking years for a new season and throw them out in 6 months. Like stretch it out a little bit. But either way, I'm keen to wrap my everything around that.
Yeah, absolutely.
Everything.
Well, you'll be able to. But speaking of cartoons and big dicks.
Oh, that's right.
Yeah.
Yes.
He-Man.
That's right. We I'm just going to say, we broke the news a few weeks ago in the archives, Podbean, Spotify, Apple Podcasts, and YouTube.
Big Summer Blowout.
Big Summer Blowout. That Kevin Smith was going to be working on an animated version of He-Man, Master of the Universe for Netflix. And now there is news that there's going to be another He-Man, Master of the Universe animated series going to Netflix.
Yep.
That isn't the one that Kevin Smith's doing.
Listen, I didn't.
I'm confuzzled.
I didn't grow up with He-Man.
He was before our time.
Yeah, I don't think I've ever seen a He-Man TV show, but I know who he is and Skeletor and the characters because of pop culture references.
Yeah.
Who's asking for this?
I don't know. Okay.
Kevin Smith.
Yeah. That's it. Yeah. As far as I'm concerned, I'm not sure because I honestly don't understand. Okay, so Kevin Smith is going to bring his anime series of He-Man to Netflix and make it be, I believe, an adult version.
Okay.
So they're going to now make their own original He-Man.
Something a bit more family-friendly.
Family animation.
Okay.
Okay.
Hey, Netflix are happy to spend the budget on 2 shows that are completely separate about the same thing. That's on them.
Yeah, but how about Netflix? You spend that money on a second season of a show that's good. Like, how about you stop fucking around with the... I don't get it.
Yeah.
There's going to be some complaints when the fucking kiddies accidentally... I'm going to watch He-Man, and they put on the fucking adult one, and He-Man's fucking Skeletor in the face. Like, it's Kevin Smith's mind. Come on. Tusk.
He almost had a giant spider in a Superman film with Nicolas Cage. So
that's right.
I love Kevin Smith.
Oh, no. That's not a criticism. Yeah. You do you, man. You do you, man.
Absolutely. Yeah.
But I don't know. Like you said, outside of Kevin Smith, I don't know who's asking for not just 1, but 2.
Yeah. Yeah, that's right. Like, I understand 1. I understand the revival.
Yes.
But that needs to perform well first. before reviving.
That needs to be made first. It's not even made yet.
Yeah.
So
I know there are a lot of fans of He-Man and Master of the Universe out there.
Yeah, of course.
I'm sure they'll be watching it.
Yeah.
There is another revival of an old animated TV series. What was it fucking called? That was released on Netflix fairly recently. Name escapes me. So no, moving on.
Okay.
Never mind.
Yeah, no, but either way, I might check out the Kevin
That's going to
Smith
drive
one.
me mad now.
I might check out the Kevin Smith one, but I'm not going to go out of my way for the other one.
No, I don't think you'll be seeing a review on Two's Company Three's a podcast anytime soon.
But the Kevin Smith one, I do want to check it out. But either way, moving on, speaking of big dicks, Carrie.
Yeah.
Yes, Carrie TV series based on Stephen King's novel is in the work at FX, which I'm somewhat excited for.
Yeah. Now, I know, the only Carrie that I've seen is the original movie.
Yeah, so you never saw the remake?
No, I didn't. I was always meaning to. I just never did. I heard mixed reviews. I heard that Chloe Grace Moretz at the time, that was kind of her peak status of being in Hollywood when that movie was made. Like, she'd grown up and then she was doing more adult films.
Yes.
Not those kind of adult films. But
she's an adult now. I'm allowed to say that. Yeah. That's okay.
Yeah. What was I saying?
We were just saying she was at her peak. The remake, it wasn't fantastic.
Yeah.
It was good for what it was. Well, I could live with it.
Okay, because the complaint that I saw for it, obviously speaking from somebody who hasn't seen the film, the complaint was that she usually plays your typical pretty young woman, attractive young woman, and the role of Carrie doesn't quite fit a pretty young person because in real life, she wouldn't really be bullied because she's young and pretty. That was the complaint that I saw.
I understand that, because she is a pretty face, so she might not have been suited for that role. But just 3 years prior, she did one of my favorite movies of this decade, Let Me In.
Oh, right.
The vampire one, and she played a vampire, very dirty, dark, gritty, always in the dark. Fantastic film.
Right.
But so no, I think she did it well. I just think it was a case of it's never going to be the original.
Right. Okay.
And that's all it came down to. If this was an original film by itself and it came out, it would be above average.
Yeah.
Because it's not going to be a knockout, not going to be a big, summer blowout. But either way, a Carrie TV series, I'm about that because there's definitely much more to that character.
Yeah, because
that fits a 2-hour movie.
Just like all the Stephen King properties that we talk about, neither of us have read the books, essentially.
That's right.
So, those books always span, huge amounts of time.
Oh, yeah.
And in the movies, especially Carrie, it's basically she's at school.
Yeah.
She gets picked on. Her mum's a weirdo. She goes to prom. Then the shit hits the fan.
Exactly.
And that's about it. It feels like it happens within the span of a few days.
That's right.
But the TV show might be able to stretch out her character and develop her a lot more to understand where she's coming from and develop the character of Carrie herself.
That's right. Well, for example, Psycho, a fantastic, absolute classic, one of the best films of all time. Hitchcock at his absolute best. That movie, there always felt like there's more to this character. There's more to that. Yeah. Bates Motel comes out.
Yes.
That TV show's
I was meaning to actually watch that.
2 or 3 seasons.
Yeah.
And that covers the youth growing up and turning into Norman, becoming a psycho. There's always a way to get a backstory out of these things. Whether or not they do it correctly, that's the problem. Yeah. My beef with Hollywood is, hey, stop fucking kicking a dead horse. How about you bring up some new stuff? But
sometimes with something like
this, it's like, hey, I bet there's a pretty fucking fascinating story. So
and the thing is, if this TV show was to be made now and the remake wasn't made,
yes,
I'm not sure whether the reception to a remake or a TV series would be as
good.
People would be like, okay, they're making a schlocky sort of thing off this thing that we saw back in the 70s.
Yeah,
but because there was that remake, it didn't perform so well.
Yeah,
people know about it though, and people are like, okay, we want something more entertaining, we want something more engaging out of this character. But I remember a particular rumor that I heard about with the filming of the 1976 Carrie is that the lady who plays the mother, Piper Laurie, apparently she was under the impression throughout filming that it was a comedy because of how wacky and crazy her character had to be. Until the premiere night where she watched the film and went,
she was like, what the
holy
fuck?
shit, this is an actual horror film. Yeah.
She was like, oh, right, so I'm not funny.
Yeah, no, not funny at all. But I have to do a quick shout out to obviously Carrie herself, Sissy Spacek.
Yeah.
She had to fight for this role. I remember watching some sort of documentary about this film where because she wasn't the prettiest thing in Hollywood,
Yeah.
like Chloe Grace Moretz at the time, because she wasn't the prettiest thing in Hollywood, she had to fight for this role, or somebody had to write.
I was going to say, I
her.
feel like it would have been more her, like somebody working on the film saying, I want her.
I believe-
And then the big ups going, she's not pretty, come on.
Yeah, and I think that was the case in that regards.
Yeah.
Whether it was her or somebody else fighting on her behalf,
Yeah.
but I think because she wasn't the most glamorous Hollywood bombshell in the industry, I think that's what worked to this film's advantage. I think that's the kind of person this film needs, and I really like her acting in everything I've seen her in.
No, well, that's right. Which film did she win an Academy Award for?
Well, let's have a look. Awards and nominations. Let's have a
she
quick
won
look.
an Academy up there. Down. No, you've got to click a new link. It's right there.
Yeah, this one.
Sorry, thrilling podcast. Yeah, you've got to click it.
Yeah.
Which one did she win for?
Oh man.
No, come. Top one. It's the first award, 1.1
This one?
Academy Awards.
You want me to click on that?
Yes.
All right. Carrie.
She won for Coal Miner's Daughter. Well,
Yeah.
that was not worth the wait.
No.
Anyway, speaking of big coal miners' dicks,
Way.
moving on. I don't really need to talk about James Cameron, do we?
I'd like to just briefly.
Oh, really?
Just briefly.
All right.
Now-
Okay.
Very early.
All right,
very early on in our podcasting days,
I knew that was why.
There was a bet, which you can go watch into the archives in the Facebook videos, where there was a bet between you and our previous co-host.
It would be between episode 3 and 7.
Yeah.
So if you want to try and get through them, feel
No.
free
He
to.
doesn't. They don't have to listen to the podcast. I mean, you can if you want, but remember I videoed it on Facebook.
Yeah, but go and download the podcast.
Just download it.
Probably
That's
on
fine.
Spotify podcast.
YouTube.
Yeah. Some of
but there was a bet that was it you said
okay, all right.
Avatar 2 will overtake
Avatar. No, it
No,
was Overtake
Endgame.
Avengers.
Endgame.
All right, so Endgame had just come out, and everyone was like, "Oh, it's going to be the number one film in the world," and it was still like, I think it was another like 2 months or so,
But it got there, yeah.
before it finally became the
They had
number
to
one
re-release
film.
it.
With the wonderful Thor. But no, sorry,
Hulk.
Thank you. But either way, yes, I still stand by, and I will say it again. And now you don't have to record it for Facebook. You can cut this clip out. That Avatar 2. Well, Avengers Endgame now became the number one film of all time. Avatar 2 will become the highest grossing film of all time.
You think so?
I still stand by it.
No, that's fine. The reason I don't think so now as much is because
You don't have my foresight. I understand.
No. Because of the internet and the ability of directors saying things and having that word spread.
Yeah.
James Cameron has come out and basically said that, Endgame only beat Avatar by like 0.25% or something like that.
Oh, it literally comes down to, I think, hundreds of thousands. Like,
Yeah.
it was nothing.
Yeah,
in the
so
end.
the number was fairly small, but over the years, I don't know too many people who love Avatar anymore. At the time, it was a like cinematic success, but now people are like, people don't like Avatar. People who love Endgame don't really like Avatar that much.
Yeah,
so
that's fine.
Yeah.
That's a film from 10 years ago.
Well, that's the thing. Because
People
the
who
director,
don't like... Are you basing this off of the fact that people who don't like Avengers, which just paid to go and see Avengers, don't like Avatar? So you think they're not going to pay to go and see that?
No,
Is that what you're basing it off?
basing it off that the people who paid for the however many billions of dollars that Endgame made, they're not going to see Avatar 2. Or no, most of them will.
I was going to say.
Most of them will. But they may not go see it twice.
Yeah.
Just like Avengers Endgame.
That's fine.
Yeah.
But, okay, I'm putting this down to...
Yeah.
James Cameron has in his back pocket a secret weapon. And I don't know what it is yet. But he's going to rip something out.
Yeah. He'll pull something.
2009, James Cameron, 3D. And then all of a sudden we paid more and was like, it's amazing.
Oh, yeah.
He's got something in his back pocket and he's going to go like, virtual reality. Like something like that. And we're all going to go, fuck you, $30 a ticket.
Yeah.
Take my money. Like,
Yeah.
He's going to pull some shit out. And Disney, because it's fucking Disney.
Yeah.
And they're going to rape again.
Yeah.
Like, something's coming, man. Something is coming.
Whether it comes close or whether it beats it.
The world has changed. He's an old man and gets washed up. Avatar 2 is the end of Avatar.
Yeah. Well, that's what I mean. Like, it can go one of two ways. It can do, as you said, it can overtake Endgame, Or what I feel is that because of these recent like snarky up himself comments and the fact that James Cameron, people have learned that having that name attached to your film doesn't work after Terminator.
Terminator Dark Fate.
Yeah.
Wait, was it Dark Fate?
Dark Fate. Yeah. Yeah. You couldn't even remember it. That's how bad that fucking
I
movie
know.
is. Yeah.
You know what's crazy? I was doing a couple of days ago my end of year list for the films we've seen and stuff.
Yeah.
I literally just read that name and went, oh, what a piece of shit. Here we are. And I'm like, Terminator Dark Cloud? What? Like, yeah, I don't care. It was shit.
And not only that too, but another big project that he had in the works for a long time was Alita Battle Angel. That's a James Cameron, Robert Rodriguez thing. Great film. I really like it. But didn't have a massive appeal. So, yes, there are a lot of people like waiting for Avatar 2, but I just don't think, I will see it because I like Avatar 1. You know, I'm one of those people that may see it once or twice.
I feel like he's a psychotic genius.
Yeah.
By the time it comes out, it will have been 11 years since Avatar. And we got promised Avatar 2 like 6 years ago.
Yeah. Well, maybe earlier than that.
Exactly. Yeah. Avatar 2 hits theaters. Everybody's going to be like, oh, yeah. And they'll go and see it.
Okay.
I'm serious. Like, okay. I still
that wager is still on.
Oh, I know. And we'll find a former co-host and like he'll pay me money. Like that's how it is. But either way, I'm excited.
Yeah.
It's my number one most anticipated film for next year.
Is it?
Well,
it is next year.
It's coming.
Yeah, it is next year.
It's fucking coming.
Yeah.
Wait, is it? I feel like it got pushed back to 2021 and now I'm about to...
Wait, hold on. Here we go.
Yeah.
So if we have the article open...
Oh my God.
Yeah, so December...
I hate you, James Cameron.
2021. Yeah, so...
Oh my God, I want to punch that ball...
He's not bald.
He'll be bald after I punch him. Jesus.
You're going to punch the hair off James
Cameron, come to Australia so I can fucking give you a noogie, bruh. Jesus.
Yeah.
My God. Make a movie!
Okay, so... Well, he has. Terminator... Leave your comment down below. We want to know what you think on YouTube and Facebook and Instagram and wherever. Do you think Avatar 2 will beat Avengers Endgame?
And don't worry, there's no rush. It doesn't come out for another fucking 2 years.
Yeah.
Jesus
you know, I'm going to put up a Facebook poll.
Yeah, do it.
Poll and
do it. And everyone will say no. And by the time this comes around, I will be rubbing their shit in it. Because I'll be right. Because by then, you'll be like, oh, yeah, Avatar.
You know, we were... At the beginning of that, we were
going to skip this.
Yeah.
Fuck.
Okay, there's one thing I do want to move on to, though, that you put in the notes, which I don't have any clue of.
Okay.
But this is this mysterious broadcast.
Oh, yeah, right.
Yeah.
So, you, as you'll see very shortly in the episode, you have seen Star Wars.
Yes.
Right at the beginning, during the crawl, it says there was a broadcast that revealed that Palpatine was still alive.
Yep.
Did you hear the broadcast?
No.
Exactly. The broadcast was in fucking Fortnite.
So that's what that whole event was. Okay.
Oh, that's all it was. Oh,
right.
Yeah, it was a part of the event when there was a big like fight scene with the spaceships and stuff, and I don't know what they're called. But so no, I just thought that was really fascinating because J.J. Abrams intended it to be in the film, didn't make the cut. Fortnite's like, hey, what can we do? And he's like, hey, have this that I got old mate. What's the name of the guy who plays Palpatine? Do you know?
Ian McDermott.
Oh,
man. I can listen to that guy's voice like all day.
Yeah, well, that's the thing. He got him to record the actual broadcast. That went over in the galaxy. It got cut from the final film. And then Fortnite's like, hey, can we have it?
That's
and
cool.
J.J. Abrams like, sure. And they played it during the battle scene. Yeah.
That's cool. That is very cool. Yeah.
I know. That's just another cool thing. Also, Fortnite now has split screen. You can play on the same TV.
I saw that.
Fuck yeah, Fortnite. Keep ripping it. I don't know what I'm doing. We're not doing Trailer Park on Friday, so I'm disappointed. So better see it. Yeah. No, it's not Trailer Park, but still. Either way, So that's a cool little thing.
Interesting thing. Yeah, I did have one little bit of note here but I think I'll save that for Friday's episode.
Oh,
it's a bit. It's very specifically about cats. And
bring it up because it's coming.
Yeah, so we'll talk about
Friday's episode. We'll talk about some pussy.
Yeah, absolutely. But there was another interesting thing that I wanted to put in there as well. Yeah. Just going off the back of like old man complaining about modern cinema.
Oh my God.
My note specifically says another old man yells at Cloud. Do you know that
Yeah,
joke?
that's the headline in the in the Simpsons. Happy birthday, Simpsons.
Yeah.
Yes.
Famous filmmaker Terry Gilliam, most known for like his Monty Python days and other film projects that he's done
I
over the
laugh
years.
like this at work when
Do you?
I laughed like this at work when I read you added that. And I was like, oh, good, I'm glad I laughed so that I won't do it on the podcast. And now it's just as funny.
Oh, well, I'm glad I could make you laugh. Yeah.
Oh, stop it.
But yeah, so he's turned around. Terry Gilliam, if you know him, he's turned around and he's talking shit about Black Panther.
Yeah, he's old mate from Monty Python, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. He
Old
was
mate from Monty Python. Yeah.
Well, they're all old mates.
Yes,
but,
exactly.
Yeah, okay, so... All right, carry on. You added it.
Okay, yeah. So he's now 79 years old, and he's done a few movies over the years, but his comment essentially was
Is he missing an arm?
no, he's just wrapped up. Anyway, he said his comment was, I hated Black Panther. It makes me crazy. It gives young black kids the idea that this is something to believe in. Bullshit. It's utter bullshit. I think people who made it have never been to Africa, he said in the interview. The way they got some style... that they went and got some stylist for some African pattern fabrics and... things. But I just hated that movie, partly because the media were going on about the importance of bullshit. So his idea was that his movies try to make you think as where. It's another one of these Scorsese, these films are roller coasters. They don't make you think, they're just there to entertain. But that's fucking cinema, dude. Like,
I'm sorry, does he actually... Okay, for one, change your note to old white man yells at cloud because he's clearly got a few issues with skin.
Yeah.
But... Either way, does he actually think that young black African-American children are going to watch this film and go, oh, Africa is beautiful. I can't wait to get to the motherland. Like,
yeah, I can't
see... It's a fictional location.
Yeah,
They're fictional... Does he think that they have 200 nipples on their body?
Yeah.
Like, what the fuck, Terry?
That's like complaining about...
Terry, he's got the best name to yell at.
Yeah.
Fucking hell, Terry.
That's like, let's say, for example, that's the exact same situation as somebody yelling at 2-year-old Dylan saying that you can't be Superman.
Yes.
For whatever. Like, yeah, you can grow up, you can pretend, and then you can grow up and be the best version of yourself. Black Panther may inspire any sort of African person or young child to be like, African American or African people of this kind of culture can do these important things, mainly film, obviously.
Yeah.
But to come out and say that it, like, I just think that the comment that you can make all of these hundreds of movies based on white people being superheroes is not a problem. But as soon as there's one based on a black character from Africa, regardless of whether Wakanda exists or not, it could have been from fucking Zimbabwe for all I care about.
Yeah, but what was his comment about they've just went and got some stylists from Africa to put some fabrics on? It's called a movie.
Yeah.
It's fucking pretend.
Yeah.
Does he oh my God. I just can't believe, like, does he think that people watch horror films and go, oh wow, it's really that easy to butcher people? Like, what the fuck? Terry, fucking hell.
Yeah. Listen, I love Terry Gilliam and I love the Monty Python films.
He's done
but
great,
I think those thoughts and those, like, fair enough, he may be old to the point where he doesn't care what he says anymore.
Yeah.
But, like, that's just dumb, man. Like,
why even say it?
Yeah.
Okay, you're retired.
I didn't like Black Panther for the film as it is anyway. I thought it was quite rubbish, and I think...
Yeah, but you're basing that off a film review. Yeah. Your personal critique of the film.
Yeah.
Not the fact that it's setting false ideas for young black people.
I don't care about that. I like the idea that it tries to do that.
No,
I just think the movie
it's trying
itself
to empower.
was,
like that's totally fine. But
I thought the portrayal of Black Panther, in comparison to Captain America: Civil War, where he was more like Batman, he was dark and visceral and violent. I just thought that portrayal was different, but his comments are a bit fucking weird, man.
Yeah, no, Scorsese, it was kind of like, I get what you're saying, but stop it, you bastard.
Yeah.
This guy, it's kind of like, dude, why you got to pick on the one all-black cast?
Right.
That's kind of like,
I think he's just complaining because it did win like a few, like, it wasn't an Oscar, but some kind of award of Best Picture or some shit like that.
Oh, probably at like the Black Entertainment Awards. And no, I'm being serious.
No, it was like
I guarantee it probably won an award, and he's like, "Oh, I shouldn't have fucking won."
Yeah.
Terry.
But on lighter notes, there's one bit of news that I want to get into before we get into our reviews.
Worry, my review's not long.
Don't worry. Well, mine probably won't be that long either, but like I do have a lot to say about it that I didn't write down, but we'll see how we go.
That's all right. I got plenty of drinks.
One bit of gaming news, essentially, that I did want to put out there is that the last 2 to 3 weeks, I've talked about the Resident Evil remakes.
Have you?
Yes.
I didn't notice.
Absolutely. There's been more news and speculation that the video game company Capcom have recently filed for trademark protections of over 30 of their titles. The comment is that it's an attempt to, or potentially an attempt to revitalize, some of their older unused properties.
Okay.
Essentially. But the speculation is that they're going to be remaking some of the classics. For example, Resident Evil 2 came out. They're doing Resident Evil 3.
Yeah.
There are also, people are now clamoring for a video game remake of a game called Dino Crisis, which is basically Resident Evil but with dinosaurs. And it's just as scary and just as hard, as crazy as fucking Resident Evil.
Why did I not know that existed? Because that sounds awesome.
I'm glad you do now.
Yeah, I was going to say Resident Evil, but with dinosaurs?
Yeah, I think there was only 2 ever made.
Yeah,
1 or 2. But it didn't obviously resonate as much as Resident Evil.
Yeah.
But people have a lot of fond memories. It didn't make a fucking TV series. They didn't continue the series from then and now.
So without dragging it out too much, what exactly are they filing for? Because wouldn't they already own these names and stuff?
It's to basically own them again to stop other people from being able to use them, essentially.
Oh, okay. So basically getting in before it expires so nobody else can claim it.
That's right.
We just want to extend this. Is that cool? That kind of thing.
That's correct.
Yeah, right.
But and as I said, there's over 30 of their titles.
Yeah.
So this could just be...
this could just be them doing their, buy 10 yearly, hey, let's renew the thingies. Thanks, guys. And everyone's like, Dino Crisis?
Yeah. Everyone's
doing Dino? Yeah.
Yeah, that's what it is. So it could just be them going, no, we just want to keep our shit.
Yeah.
But now the world has gone, well, there's remakes. So Capcom, they could honestly remake all of their games and continue to make bank instead of making new shit. And I think everyone would be okay with it.
Why the fuck not?
Because original Capcom games were fucking mad. Yeah,
well, they're probably at the stage, like you said, they've made X amount of games. Let's just remake a new one each year and we'll be good for that 15 years and then we'll start again. And everyone will be like,
So as the article suggests, bear in mind that filing for trademark protection doesn't guarantee any of those titles are in production.
No, of course not.
So,
It's like I said, probably them just ticking the books.
Yeah, exactly.
It's time to renew and everyone's like, Dino Crisis.
Yeah, but there's a picture essentially. You're like the sexy-breasted woman with a bob haircut, but you're getting chased by dinosaurs the whole time. So,
all right, I'd rather be that sexy on the left. That green one.
Yeah.
But
I would be keen for a Dino Crisis remake because I've never played Dino Crisis. It'd be great to get these older games that are so good apparently on modern consoles.
Who knows, man? I mean, I think it was 3 or 4 weeks ago in the archives we mentioned Resident Evil 3.
Yep.
And then the next week or the week after, it all of a sudden became released. So, hey, you never know.
Yeah, absolutely.
You never know. Dino Crisis, we might be giving it a review in a couple of weeks.
Well, hopefully.
Yes.
Anyway, I think it's time for...
Yes, the next bit of... Wait, what?
Coming at you fresh, coming from afar, it's 2C3 Pod DTC.
That's right, ladies and gentlemen. It's one of our favourite times of the week. 2C3 Pod does the cinema.
Absolutely. Now, we have 2 reviews, so if you're watching this on YouTube, we'll split these out over 2 videos to get the numbers up, of course. Quality over quantity. No,
quantity over quality. That is going on a t-shirt one day.
Yeah, so... we both got to see 2 different movies. One, I mean, the reason being is that Mitch didn't give a fuck about one of the movies, which is totally fine.
Yeah.
But I wanted to go see this movie with my old man because we both love these franchises. So we took the opportunity to be able to review 2 movies this week. So we're going to have a bit of a discussion about each of them. So
that's right.
I feel, though, from your reactions before recording this podcast, that you don't have as much to say about the film that I saw as I do. So
I've got a lot to say.
Okay.
But... I don't know if I want to.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well,
I can get into it if you'd like.
Let's do it. I think we should start off with yours because at least with mine, spoiler alert for my review, we can end the episode on a positive note.
Yes. That's a fantastic idea, and I'd rather be angry now.
Okay, let's
than
do
later.
It.
Okay, so I got to view the 2019 Christmas smash hit fucking failure of a terrible movie, Black Christmas. Now, I wanted to start this off by apologizing.
Okay. To your wallet?
Black Xmas from 2006, the remake. I am so sorry that I thought you were a piece of crap because you have been shunned. You actually were a serviceable sequel. Right. One that actually served the original a little bit of justice.
Well, you said that it was hard R and it had Mary Elizabeth Winstead.
Exactly.
So there's two things to like about it so far.
Exactly, and that's all I took away from it. But then it actually was decent and wasn't overcomplicated.
Yeah.
This is a feminazi piece of shit.
Okay.
And I've got nothing against feminists and what they're fighting for, equal rights, 100%. That's fine. But when you spend a movie company's budget on basically tarnishing everything about men,
right?
Yeah, so dude, it was uncomfortable.
Okay.
You know how last week we saw the trailer for A Promising Young Woman?
Yep.
And it's like, hey, that's good. Like, fight against the men who treat people like that.
Yeah.
This one, it was just uncomfortable, man.
Was it out of place because it's supposed to be a Christmas horror film?
Yes.
Right, okay.
It wasn't a Christmas horror. It was a Christmas horror film because somebody got choked with some lights.
Okay.
Like, that's it. It was literally like, oh, we want to remake that old Christmas movie. Cool. Can I chuck my...
How can we make it modern and relevant to 2019?
Exactly.
Man, PC culture gone
It was
mad.
shoved down your fucking throat.
Right.
And the director/co-writer, Sophia Takal,
Yep.
I don't know what she was thinking, but half the editing and the shots and the stylized of it felt like she was used to making $20,000 indie films.
Okay.
There were so many shots that were just like,
well, that's funny you say that because
why are you choosing that one camera shot for this 45-second to 2-minute long scene when you could be building suspense with the music and the camera's close and the camera down there and all that?
Yeah.
I know sometimes that gets a little bit cliche, but at the same time, there was one particular death scene where she just had like almost a security surveillance footage camera angle for about 2.5 minutes. Just watching this person walk into a room looking for a cat, blah, 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 goes into the last one, blah, 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 walks out, and then the killer walks out behind her and goes... And not only that, okay, so that was terrible because I'm like, there is no suspense to this. I am watching this woman walk. Like, it's fucking terrible.
You know what's happening,
Not only that, PG-13. Mm-hmm. PG-13 in the worst way, where you're breaking a cardinal horror movie rule. The slow approach to somebody facing the opposite way in a chair.
Yep.
Obviously, we know they're dead, but we didn't see how they died, and now this is the big reveal. Walking slow up to the chair. Jesse, spin the chair, and right as you just see a lick of face, cut to the person going, and then cut away.
What?
You go to another scene because you can't show anything because it's PG fucking 13.
Okay.
Everything about there was not one moment of this film. The best thing I saw was literally the bottom of my popcorn bucket.
Okay.
I'm serious. An hour in, you know me, I get myself the tub.
Yeah.
I was bored as shit eating the fuck out of this popcorn because I'm like laughing, not in a good way, going, really? And the best thing I fucking saw was when I was getting the popcorn from the bottom of the bucket.
Because you couldn't see the screen anymore.
Exactly.
Yeah. It's funny, like, as you mentioned, the director, Sophia Takal, like, as you said, like, you're not really sure how she was, like...
I don't know what she was thinking.
I don't know
it
many of her...
It didn't feel like a horror film.
I don't know many of her other films, but she did direct a segment of one of my most favorite horror films of all time, VHS. There's a particular scene, like, because that movie's built up of, like, short films, essentially.
Yes.
And she directed one of the segments. How was her segment? Her segment was one of the more eerie but better segments. So I'm surprised that...
Was it violent?
No. That's another thing. It was just creepy and eerie.
Okay.
So when you watch it, I don't think you've watched it yet, have you? VHS? No.
I've got them all on Blu-ray.
I haven't watched High Tension either.
No, I know.
Got it on DVD.
Yes, exactly. 233 pod.
Yeah. But yeah, so she's done strange things up until this point. So maybe this was her chance to do a larger cinematic release, but... I
feel like they literally slapped the feminist plot all over it. Not only that, the plot with the men and the fucking statue thing that they had, and it was leaking black ooze that became their blood. Like, there was this weird supernaturally... man, it was a mess. It is pretzel rating -4. Like,
really? That bad?
It was so
I'm glad I didn't get to go see that movie.
Exactly.
Yeah.
You made the right choice, man.
Okay.
And I'm wrapping this up because seriously, Black Christmas Eve. There's a reason this movie has a $5 million budget and has been out for over a week. and has made $9 million worldwide.
Hey, it made its budget back. That's all it had to do.
No, it didn't.
Didn't you say 5 million?
Yeah, but you know how much fucking marketing there's been?
Oh, yeah.
You've seen that trailer, right?
No, actually, I haven't.
Oh, really?
No.
It's non-stop. And not only that, thanks for lying to me about the trailer. There wasn't a lick of a feminist fucking portion of that.
Yeah, because if there
Wait,
was...
you have seen the trailer. We reviewed it for trailer.
I don't remember it. That might have been the only time I've watched it.
There wasn't a lick of a hint of it being like a feminist movie or a women uprising. It was like sorority sisters are getting attacked by a Christmas killer, blah, blah, blah.
Yeah.
And by the way, I was right. Kerry Ells, he was leading the whole thing.
Oh, really?
Yeah,
Oh, there you go.
I called it.
Yeah.
Either way, Black Christmas. Don't go and see it. Watch Black Xmas, Mary Elizabeth Winstead, 2006.
So is that called Xmas, is it?
Yeah, but you can still say Christmas.
Right, okay.
On the DVD and that, it says Black Xmas, but Black Christmas, Mary Elizabeth Winstead. Watch that or the 1974 classic original. Okay? Either way, forget this existed. Erase it from your memory.
Okay, well, that's been Mitch's review of Black Christmas. Thank you for tuning into that video, but on to the next one, I guess. How do we segue into a second review within the same episode?
So Black Christmas is a piece of crap. Now, but that wasn't the only film that we saw this week. Dylan, I believe you got the lucky chance to go and see one at the cinema yourself.
Absolutely. So I was actually...
Take it away!
I will take it away! Oh my god! Holy crap! What's the other? Oh my god! That's the other one that was annoying.
I swear to God, if that's on a shirt, I'm throwing them out.
All right, so I'm actually very, very glad to say that I'm fortunate enough to see a massive 150 to 200 million to possibly $300 million blockbuster Disney smash hit, Star Wars: The Rise of Skywalker.
Well then.
Now, the reason I say that I'm glad that I had the opportunity to see it is because I've ranted about this in previous episodes. I'm one of those few people, one of many, I should say, sorry, who hated the most previous entry, The Last Jedi.
Ladder. Yep.
Ladder, that's right, yeah. So Rian Johnson's middle episode in the trilogy, the JJ trilogy, I'd like to say. All I really have to say for somebody like yourself who hasn't seen the recent trilogy, you've seen like 1 to 6.
I've seen 1 to 6.
Yeah, 1 to 6.
Yep.
This final film that is designed to wrap up the entire saga.
All 9, yes?
Yes.
Okay.
I wish there was a few more nods to events from the prequels because it's supposed to wrap up the entire saga. There are elements, but only very, very minuscule elements. I was hoping that... But this film very much pays a hell of a lot of respect and homage to the original trilogy. A New Hope to Return of the Jedi.
Yeah. Okay. Right.
In that sense. And some of the best... and a lot of people are saying, a lot of the critics are saying that this film... feels like there's 2 movies crammed into one and there's a lot of band-aids. This movie is fixing a lot of the mistakes that Rian Johnson's film does. And yes, this film is 100% course-correcting. But I personally think it did it in the best possible way they could. And I really, really, really liked this film.
Wow.
Yeah.
Okay.
So if you're interested in watching the new Star Wars movies...
Yeah, I will at some stage.
Some point.
Yeah.
You can watch The Force Awakens. That's a very good A New Hope remake. Skip The Last Jedi. All you need to know is that Luke is dead at the end of it. Spoiler alert for those, you're not going to watch it. Yeah.
You're literally telling me, hey, if you want to watch this new trilogy...
Dude, it's fine. It's fine.
It's really not.
It is fine.
You just killed Luke.
Yeah, that's why that movie sucks. But he's in The Rise of Skywalker. It's fine. That's what I'm saying. I won't explain.
So the robot's dead, yeah?
The robot?
Yeah.
Which robot?
I'm just taking one last look at my friends.
I'm not going to spoil that.
No, I know, but, but the fact that was in the trailer, it's like, motherfucker's dying. But maybe they can fix him because he's a fucking robot.
Yeah, that's right.
Either way.
He's lived the entire fucking saga up until this point.
So you say that it pays respect to the old ones in the best way?
Yeah, because a lot of people are saying, it's doing too much Star Wars fan service. It's trying to play too much into that original trilogy. But someone like myself who's a Star Wars fan...
Those are the Band-Aids going on.
That's right.
Yeah.
But no, the Band-Aids are more... Well, you haven't seen it, so I can't really say it. But like
the
big villain
yeah.
that was made out to be the big villain in the last 2 movies was a person called Snoke.
Oh, okay.
There's like one mention of him in this film because Palpatine, who we know from the trailer and from the poster, is back. Yeah. And I think he's back in the most brutal, horrifying way possible. This movie had visually horror elements to it. And
I like that.
That's what the last one missed, and that's what The Force Awakens missed. But if you go back and watch 4 to 6, when the Emperor was really dark and really brooding, it was almost horror aesthetic, to a sense. Yeah. But this doubles down on it, and I think it's really, really good. This film had more progression for Rey becoming a Jedi, and Kylo Ren progressing to the person he eventually became. He's not as much of a whiny bitch in this film, which is a good thing because he is. If you know, who
is Kylo Ren Adam Driver?
Adam Driver's character,
with
which
the
is great.
sick-looking lightsaber that doesn't make any sense.
No, it doesn't make any sense. As soon as those swords cross and hit that would chop off that part of the lightsaber.
I know.
Yeah.
Dude, like I said, I haven't seen 7, 8, or this one, and as soon as I saw that lightsaber, I went, what the fuck?
Yeah.
That doesn't make sense. Yeah. But either way, okay, so wait, did you say he looks more like a badass?
I wouldn't say he looks more like... There's more progression.
Yeah, okay.
And he's less of a whiny bitch because he was let...
Am I wrong in saying that Kylo Ren is like Anakin Skywalker, like Darth Vader's grandson?
Yes, is
he Luke's kid?
No, he's the son of Han Solo and Leia.
Leia, that's the connection. Right, okay.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
I didn't know that.
But the previous films, the previous films alluded...
Has that been known since the 7th one?
Yes. Yeah.
All right.
His name's Ben Solo. He's part of what's called the Knights of Ren.
Man, I really need to watch those. They sound cool.
Yeah, it is. Like, as I said, like the Rise of Skywalker, like it does have, as I said, I won't go into a too full in-depth review, essentially. All I can really say is that it had visual elements which I adored. There was some more Jedi flips and whips and shit like that with lightsabers, which I love. The Palpatine coming back, I thought I was going to hate it because that is the Band-Aid of this franchise.
Exactly.
But I really liked it.
It tied it in well.
Yep. I was hoping there was going to be more Darth Vader elements to it, but there isn't, and that's fine.
Yeah.
There's some new tricks with the usages of the Force, which I was worried about, which work really well, and I thought this film played into them a hell of a lot better than the last one did. What else can I say?
So if I was a hardcore fan and I hated this because of how many Band-Aids there were, what would you say to try and... All right. It's okay because...
I will say what our former co-host said to me before going into it. Go to this film with an open mind, ignore everybody else's opinions, and just watch it for the Star Wars nerd that you are.
Yeah. That's good advice.
I feel The Last Jedi tried to subvert expectations too much to the point where it just really killed the franchise for me.
Okay.
This film honed in on all of the things that people love about Star Wars.
Yeah.
And that's why I go to see a Star Wars film.
Exactly.
I don't want the last 30, 40 years of characters that I know changed.
Mm-hmm.
If I did, I'll watch something else.
Yeah. That's very sound advice.
Yeah.
So, pretzel rating overall, basing it on a Star Wars film. I'm not talking movie of the year. I'm talking what you thought out of 5 for this film.
Honestly, one more thing I have to say before I get to that.
Go for it.
This film, in maybe 3 or 4 or 5 moments, had me feel real emotion for the characters.
That's nice.
I got the shivers. I got like, holy fuck, like that's a real event. And then a few things turn around, but it made me feel for certain characters.
Like that.
Out of 10, I give this, like, people are going to disagree with me, and that's fine. But I give this, for a Star Wars film, a 9 out of 11.
Very nice. I'm not going to put you on the spot and say, well, what about Empire?
Yeah.
And start doing that. But okay. All right. Yeah. I get that. And out of this last trilogy, obviously the best?
Yes, I think so.
Better than Force?
Force Awakens, as I said, it's a reboot of A New Hope.
Yeah. It's restarting the franchise.
Yeah. So that film is okay. It's a good starting point.
Yeah.
Last Jedi, go to hell. But Rise of Skywalker, if you want a good story, an emotional story based on the characters which you love and the new characters and how they interplay, and some sweet flips and lightsaber smacks and things like that, and some over-the-top, over-powerful Palpatine returning as the bad guy, this film is for you, man. So definitely check out The Rise of Skywalker. I fucking loved this film.
I'm sure you don't need to recommend it to Star Wars fans. We know they've gone.
Well, they have gone. Yeah.
I mean,
I'm just hoping that the Star Wars fans out there that are like me, who was off-put by The Last Jedi, go to this film and go, no, that's good. That's a good film.
Dude, let's be honest. You know they're going to.
Yeah.
It's technically the last one ever. I mean...
In this Skywalker thing,
Final wrap-up question. did it end satisfactorily? Did it leave you going, okay?
Yes.
Yeah?
Yes. For the Skywalker saga?
Yeah.
Yes. It would have
now,
done
are you
that
saying
a lot.
Skywalker saga all the way back to 1? The 9.
All the way
Does
back.
it wrap these 9 up? Because
that's what I was saying.
I believe the plan is to now carry this to another part of the galaxy.
See,
and not have anything to do with this.
As I was saying earlier, it would have been better if the story they tried to do in the Rise of Skywalker was spread over 2 movies and just get rid of The Last Jedi and fleshed it out a bit more there.
Yeah.
And as I said earlier, I wish that this film played more or involved more elements from the prequels. So Phantom Menace to Revenge of the Sith?
Yeah.
Yeah. So it concludes the original 4, 5, and 6 trilogy and the new trilogy, but it doesn't really do much for the prequels.
Is there really that much to do, though?
That's the thing.
Because let's be honest, like, as in we went through Anakin's childhood, how he turned into Anakin the grown up, and then how he turned into Darth Vader. You don't really need to wrap that up.
Well, that's
you know what I mean. Like that carries into New Hope, Empire.
Well, that's what I mean.
Jedi.
Like, so for this film to say it wraps up the entire saga. No, because the saga was wrapped up. This wraps up the involvement of these new characters in these stories. So if there was one more, that was the wrap up that wrapped up everything, or maybe not one more, but if this film had more elements to do, say for example, even if they featured spacecrafts from the prequel series and certain droids that have been around for 30, 40 years. Like, remember those army droids?
Anakin's pod racer.
There was a moment. No, this isn't a spoiler. There is a moment where they jump on speeders and they're flying around. But I was like, "Come on, give me pod racing. Give me at least like."
So they had a chance that they could have.
They had a chance where it's in the trailer. They're skiing, not skiing, but they're flying along like a desert planet.
Yeah,
that would have been a perfect opportunity to be like, "Hey, here's this rusty old thing. How does it work?" Boom, and off they go.
Oh, that's
that would have been the perfect homage to the original to the prequels. Sorry.
Yeah, well, there you go.
But
Hollywood, I'm right here.
Yeah.
But either way, successful. Wrapped it up.
Yes.
Satisfied.
I'm happy
You
with
had
that.
a good time.
Yeah.
I want to kill myself. Wonderful. Yes.
Yeah.
So, if you're a Star Wars fan, I'm sure you've already seen it. If not, Dylan recommends Star Wars.
The Rise of
Skywalker. The Rise of the Last Jedi.
The last Skywalker film in this thing.
Exactly. But Star Wars number 9.
Yes, but we've got plenty more Star Wars to come. And as I said, I was over it, but now I'm back in.
Yep.
I'm back in, baby.
That's good. And it sucks to say, but JJ fixed Ryan's mistakes.
Oh, yeah.
Exactly. But that's not a knock on Ryan Johnson. No. You'll see why in our top films of the decade.
Yes. He is a great filmmaker.
Absolutely. That's
right. He
right.
just wasn't the right choice for Star Wars.
No, that's right. And we've seen that with Knives Out.
Absolutely.
But either way.
Yeah.
That is the show.
That is the show, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you, everybody, for listening. You can find us on Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter at 2C3Pod, where we have a competition going, which is now ended.
That's
right.
I go too far into just remembered that it's finished.
Yeah.
But either way, make sure to check out the podcast on Podbean, Spotify, Apple Podcasts, or YouTube. Big Summer Boy, and hit that subscribe.
Absolutely.
Absolutely.
Now, you can support the show if you really want to by heading over to tpublic.com, where you can find yourself a small bit of merch, get yourself a t-shirt, a mug, a sticker, and a fridge magnet, all on there. If you want to support the show in a way that gives you something in return besides the podcast itself, go over to tpublic.com and get yourself something there.
And helps us cover how much we spent on the gift cards that we're going to give away later in the week.
And the Facebook promotion to boost that post. Absolutely.
That's right. Absolutely. But if you have any business inquiries, whether you're a podcast in the Newcastle area that wants to start up, or you are a business who wants to give us stuff and we'll promote you, Two's Company, Three's a Podcast at gmail.com. Yes.
Absolutely. Now we have new podcasts every week, every Wednesday and every Friday, this week being the exception because it's Christmas.
Tomorrow. So if you're listening on release day, Merry Christmas for tomorrow.
Merry Christmas for you too. And stay tuned in for a little surprise.
Well, that's right. Make sure you subscribe to the YouTube channel because we have 4, count them 4, maybe even 5 during Christmas. Merry Christmas.
Yeah.
So hit that subscribe. Exclusive YouTube content. There's so much content over quality.
Oh my God. Yes. Thank you very much for tuning in.
Yes. My name is Dylan, along with my co-host
Mitchell.
And don't forget, you are Two's Company. We are Two's Company, and you are the podcast.
Well, we fucked that up.
Man, I don't. That's why I don't do your lines. I can't do that.
Yeah, I see here where it's going to be on the podcast. I forgot that we go, my name's Dylan.
Exactly, that's what I mean. And I'm like, my name's Dylan. But also, I mean, I guess their Christmas gift is the fact that it's GST all week, baby.
It is all week. Yeah, I've got to fill my glass up with some more honey bourbon, man. This stuff is just sugar in liquid. It's great.
Dude, that's what Summersby is, and that's why
Thanks for checking out that video of Two's Company, Three's a Podcast. We really appreciate it. Wasn't it really something? Why don't you drop a comment down below while you're still here on what you thought about that video. And once you're done, go check out the next video. Feel free to hit subscribe as well. I think it'll be a really good investment for your future.